Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, during campaign, both Mama Mboga and the boda riders were removed from the market and the stage by the Kenya Kwanza coalition to the campaign. These people were moving from one place to another, one rally to another, because Ruto had convinced them. He really dealt with their emotion that he is going to form a government. There is going to be a government of Mama Mboga that will have the face of boda. That was the promise. So many believed that there will be a Mama Mboga in Ruto's cabinet. Many believe that there is going to be a boda in Ruto's cabinet. But as I'm speaking now, it is 1.5 years in office. The time is elapsing. But if you check in that cabinet, there is no face of Mama Mboga. No one. There is no face of boda rider in that cabinet. Beside this, up to now, there is no any policy that has been put in place, neither by the cabinet of William Ruto, nor the National Assembly, where they have the majority, in a support of boda rider and Mama Mboga. So what happened? After the campaign was over, Mama Mboga was dumped back to the marketplace without any capital. And now they have come back to overtax the same Mama Mboga. Boda was dumped back to the boda shed in the stage without any capital. And now they are coming with all measures to ensure that they are squeezing everyone to give heavily in terms of taxes. With this, Gathoni Wamuchomba met face to face with Moses Kuria in one event within KIAMBU. And she asked a very serious question, which made Moses Kuria got so much embarrassed in the public when she posed a question that after Mama Mboga and the boda were used and promised, is C.S. and Nakumita a Mama Mboga? That was the first question. Second question, is Moses Kuria boda rider? This was so much embarrassing to Moses Kuria, who sits in the cabinet. Listen to her shortly. Most of her speech is in Kikuyu, but at least you can get 1-2 things in terms of what he's asking. Listen to her, then we're going to continue with this discussion. Mumekuja kuleta nini? Kama mlitumia Mama Mboga, mkamtumia maofisi yote, mkamweka kwa magari zenu na manyumba zenu, alafu mkamrudisha pale Kangagi market bila stock. Na iko mama ile na milioni yemwe na yegera tuka. Nitaongea ukweli, nitasimama na ukweli, kwa sababu Mungu aliyeniteua alijua kwa nini aliniteua. Na Mama Now we are continuing this particular discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, if you look at Moses Kuria's body language, you see a man who is totally embarrassed and is trying to hide the shame by scrolling his phone, keeping himself busy as if he has not heard anything. It is simply because what Wamuchomba is talking about, it is pure truth. Kuria is not a boda rider. And there is no face of boda rider in the cabinet where Kuria is sitting. Susan Nakumiza is a woman who has failed the Ministry of Health. But she's not even a Mamamboga. So where is the face of Mamamboga and the boda rider? We know a story was covered at one point. Was it by NTV? About the lady who proposed to William Ruto at IBC. A woman they were walking around with in yellow colors. She lamented on how she was spending the entire day within William Ruto's campaign, but she ended up being rewarded nothing after the campaign. Now she was back to her shed as an avocado vendor, and her stock, if you look at it, definitely, you can't imagine this is a person who was working with the president, carrying the face and being the ambassador of Mamamboga in Ruto's campaign. So look at that level. Hakupewa kazi yoyote ama pesa mzuri ya kuweka stock mzuri. Huyu ni mtu alikuwa ajengewe duka kubwa, apewe a full stock hata kama ni ya milioni 3-4. Ama apewe kazi. We know what Dennis Tumbi did. She was intimidated to change her statement. That's aside. You come to the boda rider. Someone was it Mondi something? A man who seconded William Ruto. Again, he was around with William Ruto in the campaign. From one rally to another, carrying the face of boda and being the boda ambassador within the Kenya Kwanza campaign. So he was used as an instrument to whip the emotions of boda, convince them that this is the man we have to vote for. Where is he? Aljazeera nafasi da chief administrative secretary. Hakuna mwenye amepewa. Hiyo ni kama tukuwa assistant minister. Kwa zile appointment Ruto alifanya, no one was mentioned. Go and look at him. Inafaa kuwa saizi anaendesha taxi, lakini angali kwa boda. Hata kana na kupewa kazi, anganuliwa hata taxi mzuri tuweke kwa barabara. Ama matatu 14 seater, to tell that indeed he was rewarded, and above all, Ruto has really the interest of boda at his heart. That has never happened. These people are back functioning in poverty, wako kwa barabara. So the question is really truthful, that is there the face of Mamamboga in this administration? The answer is no. I was so much happy on how she was concluding her statement that after Mamamboga was used, she was dumped back in the market without the stock. That is the truth. And now in that market, the worst is that they are now running back to go and overtax the same overburdened Mamamboga, who was dumped in the market without a stock after being used. That is the face of Ruto's administration. Why was she mentioning Kuria again and Susan Nakumiza? Indeed, if they had the plan to deal with Mamamboga in terms of uplifting their lives, then Kuria should be pushing for the agenda of Mamamboga in the cabinet. Susan Nakumiza should be pushing for the agenda of Mamamboga in that cabinet. But because they have failed, that's why Gathoni Wamuchomba, is courageously throwing such questions at Kuria in his presence. Whereas we see Kuria pushing for the border agenda in the cabinet when they're coming up with some policies. So that border rider is being provided with an enabling, friendly environment to do business. Earn a profit, and if it is tax, they pay. Hakuna. So that's why you see Gathoni Wamuchomba will keep on attacking these people. So they don't push for the aspirations of Mama Mboga. They don't appeal to Mama Mboga in any way or a border rider. Instead, what we see, they are being slapped with tax after tax. So it is back to factory setting, where, in fact, Mama Mboga is at worst place from where she was taken during the campaign when Uhuru was still the president, and now where they have been dumped. Taxes have gone high. For every 1,000 shillings business transaction you have done, there is a percentage you have to give to the national government. County government want to come and tax you, pay for the receipt. Cut a receipt. Uhuru hakufanya hivyo. So it is time for these people to suffer, and that's why Gathoni Wamuchomba has to embarrass and shame these people in public. People will say that Gathoni Wamuchomba, she's talking too much, and what has she done? If I go and check back in the Hansard, you will see how she's articulating on issues in the National Assembly. She speaks for majority, not only Githunguri people, but the entire country. You will see her pushing for policies that is meant to shield these people. In terms of the finance bill that was voted for, she voted no because she knew that bill was poisonous to our business. It was scandalous. Check on how she comes up with some bills originating from her. They are pro-people. So for me, she speaks for majority of Kenyans who are suffering in silence.